Oh, coffee, I love you. Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I have my next In and Out book haul for you. And we need to have a little talk about my in and outs because I am once again finding myself in the position where I have way more books to haul than I have to unhaul. So I'm really finding myself just being overwhelmed with how many books I'm bringing into my house, and they're just sitting there waiting to be hauled because I don't have anything to unhaul and return. So that is one reason that you've been seeing me read a lot of books lately that I know I'm going to want to unhaul after I read them. I've really been making that a focus, which has been helping. And I've also gotten rid of a couple things here and there that I haven't read yet, but I'm kind of like, I'm on the fence about them. So if I'm on the fence about them, they're leaving. If I end up one day waking up really, really wanting to read it, I will go get it from the library. It's fine. So I'm kind of really just finding myself with my numbers very skewed again. And I considered doing just one big book haul and then not doing any for the rest of the year, because I am officially putting myself on a book buying ban until my numbers are correct. But I didn't want to just do that because I've done that twice this year already. I did that in April and I did it in July. And I just don't want to keep doing that. I really like my 1 in, 2 out rule because it is really making me focus on getting rid of books. And I feel like if I just bring a whole bunch in and then ignore getting rid of anything, I'm not going to get rid of anything. So I'm going to keep up on my in and out, so you'll still be seeing videos. I still have 17 books sitting in a box waiting to be hauled, but I don't have anything to unhaul and return yet. So you're still going to see the videos. I'm still going to be reading and unhauling books, and I will still be doing them. I'm just not going to be able to haul those books until I have books to unhaul and return. So I'm going to be definitely playing a bunch of catch up. And I mean, 17 books, that is a lot to read. What's what, 34? And then I do have a couple pre-orders coming soon too, so those are going to be added to that pile. So we're looking like maybe 40-ish books that I need to unhaul before I can have everything that I've already bought completely hauled. So that's it's a little terrifying, to be honest with you. It's a little overwhelming, but I'm going to stick to it. And I want to keep these videos coming because you guys really seem to like the in and outs and, you know, seeing what I'm bringing in and seeing what I'm getting rid of in return. And I've had a couple of you guys ask if you could kind of adopt that situation as well. And if you guys want to do this, please, like, I really encourage you. It has really been great for me, even though I did have a couple months where I didn't do it. But it really has gotten me to get rid of so many books that I probably wouldn't have gotten rid of, and they're just sitting there. Or it got me to read some books that it would have taken me a lot longer to actually pick up and read. So I'm really happy about that. So if any of you want to adopt this method, please do. Like, please, I encourage it. All right, so for today, I have 5 books to haul, and then I have 10 books to unhaul. I do technically have more books that I'm ready to unhaul, but I'm waiting until the end of the month because I'm going to include them in my monthly wrap-up. So you'll have another in and out pretty soon after my end of the month wrap up for sure. But this is what I have like 100% ready to go right now. Okay, this first book I actually just got a couple days ago, and it was a surprise from Flatiron Books, and it is an ARC copy of The Resurrection of Joan Ashbey, and this is written by Charisse Wallace. And I think I entered a giveaway for this one on their Facebook page, and I believe that's where this came from. So, oh my gosh, I'm really excited to read this though. This is an adult, I believe it's a literary fiction, maybe a little bit of a contemporary type thing, but it follows a woman named Joan Ashbey. She is a novelist, and she is married. However, her and her husband have always lived this life where they never wanted children, and they even contemplated not getting married and just, you know, being independent of each other but still be together. So they ended up getting married, and then she unexpectedly ends up pregnant. So they have to make that decision on, you know, are we going to have a family, or are we going to stick to our pact and say, no, we're not going to start a family? And you see her really, I believe, going through her life struggling with that decision, and just kind of things kind of crumbling around her because of whatever decision that they end up making. I don't even know. So I'm excited to read this, and this is a big arc. Like, oh my gosh, this is over 500 pages. So this is a big book, and I love it though. I love this cover. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And this comes out in September, so maybe I'll read it in September. We'll have to see how my month is going to end up going. But if not in September, then definitely like October or November, something soon. Okay, this next book is one that I picked up at a really, really cute little independent bookstore in Santa Fe called the Beehive, and it's actually like a children's bookstore. They have a little tiny like adult section too, but then they have a big young adult room as well. So I was in the young adult room looking around, and then I saw Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. This is the first book in the Grisha trilogy, and these are the new covers that they just released recently. How beautiful is that, guys? Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. And I was really on the fence about whether or not I was going to read this trilogy or not. And I want to read Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, but I know you don't have to read this first, but I heard that it does help. So I wasn't sure, and I was like, oh, I'll just get it from the library. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it. I've never read Leigh Bardugo before, but I was like, and then I saw this. It was the only copy they had, and I went, you know what? I'm going to get that. I'm gonna get it. It's beautiful, and if I don't like it, then I know that I won't continue with the series. But yeah, so we're gonna see how this goes, but I couldn't resist this brand new cover. It is absolutely stunning, and the other ones are gorgeous too. And this next one is one that I picked up on Amazon, and it completes a trilogy for me. So I now have this full trilogy. I have not started it yet, but I really, really want to. So I got City of Mirrors by Justin Cronin. This is the third book in the Passage trilogy. And I've heard nothing but good things about this, and it is being adapted into a miniseries as well. So I really want to read it though. Like it's the Passage, the 12, and then this one, and now I have all three in paperback. So I just really want to maybe even binge read these. These are big books. Like, these are no joke. The first one is huge. I've heard it's worth it. But I might consider binge reading this, or reading it like, one book every month for 3 months, maybe something like that. But yeah, I'm really, really interested in this series, and now I have all three. So yeah. This next one I've already shown you because it came in my July Owl Crate, but that is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, and this is by Mackenzie Lee. And I've heard nothing but good things about this book. Like nothing but good things. Like 5-star reviews everywhere. So we'll see. I've also heard very good things about this audiobook, so I think when I pick this up, I will also listen to it. Maybe I'll go back and forth a little bit. But I've heard good things, and I'm excited to read it. This is like a young adult historical type of book, and it follows our main character, who is he's part of a very prominent family, I believe, and his father sends him and his friend, and then I think his sister ends up tagging along, and they go on a little European, kind of a whirlwind European trip together, and they learn a lot about themselves and about each other and all this stuff. So I'm really excited to read it. Okay guys, I saved the best for last. All right, so I did a giveaway when I hit 1,000 subscribers. And so I did all that, and I was like celebrating 1,000 subscribers. I got a lot of congratulations from you guys. Thank you very much. And I think the week after that, I ended up getting a surprise package in the mail. And I didn't know what it was. It was something from Amazon, and I was like, I didn't order anything. What's going on? What is this? And I open it up, and it is a gift from a subscriber, and she saw this on my wish list and ended up ordering it for me. And she sent me the sweetest little note saying it's one of her favorite books and she hopes I enjoy it, and congratulations on 1,000 subscribers, and thanked me for making videos. And I was like crying. And it was so sweet. So she sent me Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell, and I love this edition. Look at this cover. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love it so much. And this is actually one of my mom's favorite books. Like, it might be number 1. It's in her top 3 for sure. But yeah. And then I was really excited to get it because I had been hearing so many people that I know saying this is one of their favorite books of all time, and I didn't know that. So it really made me want to read it. And I mean, this is all happening within the past month, and then I ended up getting it as a gift. And like, I couldn't even talk for a few minutes after I opened it. I was so stunned. So Laura, thank you. Like, I can't, I'm getting emotional right now. This is so stupid. Thank you so much. I can't even express to you how this made me feel, and just your generosity was incredible. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, books I'm getting rid of. There's 10 of them. All right, so this first one, is Monsters: A Love Story by Liz Kay. I have read this. I loved it. It's a 5-star read for me. The reason I'm getting rid of this one is because the publisher just sent me the paperback copy of this because it just came out and I'm doing a giveaway on it. So I have this already in paperback as well, and I was like, I don't need 2 copies of the book. Which one do I like better? And I liked the paperback copy better. I just like the spine of it better, and the cover is really cute. So because of that, I am going to go ahead and get rid of this one. And I'm not including that in my haul because I'm literally just flipping out. You know, it's not taking up any extra room. So it's literally the same book. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this one instead. So I'm just swapping them out. But yep, so this one. Okay, this next one is a big one. Jane Austen. Okay. The reason I'm deciding to get rid of this is because there's 4 books in this bind up here. And I read Pride and Prejudice, which is really the only one I really wanted to read, and I did read it. And I tried to read it out of this edition, but it was so hard to read. It's really hard to keep this open. It doesn't sit flat very well. Like, as you can see, it's really like, I don't know. And the type is teeny, teeny, tiny. And when I was trying to read physically out of this, I had a really hard time and I was really annoyed with it. It just wouldn't sit open very well. It was really uncomfortable. It took me 5 minutes to read one page because the type is so small. So I ended up downloading it onto my Kindle and read it from my Kindle instead. So I'm really just kind of like, I'm not going to read any more books out of here because I don't like the format. And if I want to read any more Jane Austen, I'll either get it from the library separately or I'll put it on my Kindle and read it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. Okay, these next ones I went back and forth about because it's a trilogy. I did read it. I loved it, but I'm never going to reread them. And I think my daughter might enjoy them when she gets older, but she'd have to be like 16, 17 to read these. And that's a long time to hold on to books. And I don't even know what she's going to be into when she's 16, 17. She might not like fantasy. You never know. Right now she does. But so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the True Rain trilogy. First one's called The Key. Second one is called Red. And the third one is called War. Now, I really, like I said, really enjoyed this trilogy. I mean, I sped through it. It's a YA fantasy. It's nothing intense, like it's nothing crazy, you know, overly done or anything. I just flew through them like candy. But I'm never going to read them again. So, you know, when you have a ton of books you need to unhaul, I started to make those kinds of decisions. It's really making me look at my bookshelves again, which is good. So these are by Jennifer Ann Davis, but if you have not read these, I do highly suggest them, especially if you're just kind of getting into fantasy or you're not necessarily the biggest fan of big, high epic fantasy. This one was fantastic. It's not overly complicated. It's a great story. The characters are fantastic. I highly recommend it. Okay, this next one I read for review last month. Did not enjoy it. Weve, Murderous Web. This is written by Anne Rothman Hicks and Ken Hicks. I did not enjoy this book at all. I gave it a 2 stars. It just really wasn't for me. It was a thriller and I just had a lot of issues with it. All right, this next one is The Gatecrasher by Madeline Wickham. I did read this. I really enjoyed it. And it was just a 3-star read, though. It wasn't anything super fantastic, and I just don't feel the need to hang on to it. Okay, this next one. I don't know if this is going to be an unpopular opinion or not. Don't get mad at me. She's Come Undone by Wally Lamb. So I read this, and I liked it. It was, I think I gave it 3 stars. It wasn't my favorite. And I know a lot of people love this book and just rave about it. And I wasn't blown away, I guess you could say. It was a good story. I struggled with a lot of the characters though, including the main character. And I did feel bad for her throughout most of this, which you're supposed to. But yeah, I don't know. It wasn't my favorite. I know some of you aren't going to like that. I'm sorry. All right, this next one is another one that I read for review, and I enjoyed it. It's A Paris All Your Own, and this was edited by Eleanor Brown. This was an anthology about different female authors who wrote books about Paris or that were set in Paris and kind of their experiences in the city and why they wrote about them and all that. And this was cute. I didn't love all the stories. I'm not super big on anthologies, I'm kind of realizing. So I don't know if I'm going to accept any more anthologies for review unless it's something I'm incredibly super interested in. But I might save anthologies for like library books or something if I do find one I want to read. But yeah, so it was good. Just don't feel the need to keep it. And the last one, I struggled a little bit with this one too because I really, really liked the book, but I just don't feel the need to keep it. And it's an author that I have read 2 books from so far, and I've enjoyed both of them immensely. I just don't think I want to collect the books because they're really big and chunky, and they're not books that you reread over and over again, probably, at least I wouldn't. So I think this might be a library author for me, even though I do want to read more from her. But that's Crank by Ellen Hopkins. And I got rid of Identical last month or earlier. I think it was last month I got rid of Identical as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this one too. This was the first one that I read, and I don't know, I like this because I like the black background and the title and stuff, but you know, that's not a reason to keep a book. So I'll never reread it. So I'm going to let someone else enjoy it. Okay guys, that is it. That is it for this one. I will have another one for sure, probably early next month after I do my wrap up. I have some books that I read this month that I'm definitely going to be getting rid of as well, so I can start working on my numbers. I just have to really get it under control. And yeah, I just don't want to give up on this project because I really like it and it is keeping me accountable. And I wish I could say it was keeping me from buying books, but it's not, obviously, because I have a ton of books I need to haul still. But I'm officially, as of right now, on a book buying ban until my numbers are even. So until I get all of the books that I have purchased hauled, I'm not going to be buying any more until I get all that done. The only exception is going to be some pre-orders that I have coming, because I do have one coming at the end of this month. I have 2 coming in September, and I have 1 coming in October. So that's 4 pre-orders coming. So that's 4 more that's going to be added to that box. But it's okay. It's all right. I have it under control. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. All right, guys, that's it for me. Please let me know down below if you guys have purchased any books or if there are any books coming out in the next couple months that you're really excited about. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.